Owen O'Neill is the referee in the sunshine, getting a photograph taken with the two number 9s, the two captains, Dublin and Meath, the old rivals. And now he's laying down the law before this Leinster 2026 Minor A final. Very much anticipated by the big crowd here, and hopefully a good crowd online as well, because Leinster LGFA are making this game available to you free of charge, so that you can watch it, and it can exhibit the wonderful skills and commitment of the girls on both teams, led by those two captains, both number 9s. Ava Hanley on the left from the Kinnegad club in Meath, the same club as her hero Orla Lally, who's also a midfielder and of course won the All-Ireland with the seniors a few years ago. And on the right you have Sophie McDonnell, and she's from Nave Murnog out in Portmarnock, out that direction. And there you go, the handshakes. They've already had the photograph, now the toss, but there's a bit of a breeze going from right to left, so in favour of Dublin if they choose to play the way they are standing now. And let's see what the decision is. And well, actually you can't really tell what the decision is. I don't know what all that pointing means. He's like a traffic person out there in the middle of a roundabout. I'm not sure what all that meant, but we'll find out. But I think she said maybe turn around, actually, the way she went back to her management there. But anyway, as I said, it's not a big difference. There's a bit of a breeze going from right to left, but it's a beautiful day. Perfect conditions here in Coralstown, Kinnegad, for this big game. And as I say, eagerly awaited. Two fantastic teams, well presented and well prepared. That is the Meath outfit there with all the management, and you see how big an effort it is when you see all the team in there. It's not just 15 players, all the other players, management in there as well. They're all in the huddle there where they're having their final words, and Dublin are still doing a little bit of warm up on the right hand side, a few attacking drills, shooting drills, passing drills, that kind of thing over to our right. And you see them there, the orange bibs, the blue bibs. So big squad of players there, big squad of players, and they named quite a few additional players outside the players that are named for the game today. In fact, one very interesting one in those additional names was a Moya Breilert, I think it is. She's from Fingal, plays for Fingal Ravens, but she goes to school with two of the girls who are starting today for Meath. So they go to the same school, the Dublin and Meath girls. So she lives in Fingal, obviously, if she plays for Fingal Ravens or that direction, but goes to school in Ashbourne Community School. So she goes to school with the Meath goalkeeper Jane Dagnan and the centre half forward Chloe Doherty. And I had to find that out earlier and wasn't too sure about it, but then I saw them high-fiving each other when they were warming up about 40 minutes ago. So I thought, yeah, they do know each other, and they are on opposite sides today, but could be interesting when they go back to school after the decision today. So that's, as I say, look at the size of that squad. That's a huge Dublin squad out there. So we will be going through the teams in a minute, and you know, I'll try and name everyone because this is minors and they all deserve a shouts, and a lot of work has gone in over the year to get them to this position. So yeah, let's do that actually, because it's sometimes the time runs away with us and we don't necessarily get to the teams or give them enough time, so we're going to read them out. So let's start with Dublin. So there's the starting 15 managed by Declan Patton. So looking at that team there, going up the middle, you have Ellie Reen at number 11 as one to watch for, same club as Sophie McDonnell, the captain. She scored 2 goals against me the last time they met, and it was 210 to 112, so she got both goals in that game. It's right at the end of February 20th, and she got a goal against Wexford. Molly Burke, you might remember, number 14 from St Bridget's, she was player of the match in this final last year, scored 3 goals in the first half to win the game, and that was her first minor since 2018, and she takes a lot of the frees as well. Phoebe Mackin will take a free or two as well at number 15, and in defence there you have got 2 Bridget's girls in the corner, Kiva Brady and Ellen Fitzgerald. In the middle, Kate Madden is Kilmacud. Kate Hanley at number 5 is the only Coola girl starting. And 6 and 7 there, Sive O'Donovan and Kiva O'Donovan, are both Thomas Davis. And I'm just thinking now, I wonder, nobody told me, I didn't check that out, didn't spot that, but they're both the same surname and the same club. I wonder, are they related? They're not twins, are they? Maybe they are. I should have found that out. I should have realised that. But feel free to contact me and tell me if you are able to, and you can reach me. Probably the best way is on Instagram at Jerome Quinn 1 or on Twitter at Jerome Quinn, but feel free to leave me a message about that or anything else at all. That's the Dublin team. Moving on to Meath. Eamon Murray, the manager, who also managed Meath to their 2 All-Ireland senior successes in 2021 and 2022, but he is a man there for football. He loves his football, he loves Meath, and he'll always be there for the minors. He was here in 2019 when they won Leinster as well. And that was, 7 years ago now, and a lot of that contributed to the senior success. He'll always be there for Meath, and that's why he's back involved at minor level. So the team captained by Eva Hanley, number 9. Her midfield partner is Niamh Somerville from Dunshaughlin, same club as number 15, Caitlin Robinson. Watch out for the likes of Chloe Doherty at number 11, a fantastic player. And in defence, Hannah Bryady would be the leader of the defence. She'll be very vocal in there from Oldcastle, and she will run things in there. And it'll be a really interesting matchup between Hannah and Ellie Reen, the number 11 for Dublin. Also in defence there, you have Lauren Coogan at number 3. And Holly McCaig from Navan O'Mahony's is at 4, Louise Byrne at 7, Sophie Foran from Clonard down the road at 5, and Ava O'Toole, number 2, is from St Columkills. Excuse me. So as the players come over for the official duties, for the handshakes and all that kind of thing with the president, Arthur Corrigan, who's going to do that, I'm going to give all the rest of the girls on the panel a shout here because they deserve that as well. So for Meath, 16 Polly Blake from Dunboyne, 17 Niamh Byrne, 18 Isabella Hamilton, 19 Aideen Morgan, 20 Lauren Donegan, 21 Rachel O'Dowd, 22 Amy Betson, 23 Lucy O'Connell, 24 Isabella Fields, 25 Ella Midlou, 16 Isabel Delaney, there's a lot of Isabels and Isabellas, 27 Grace Hanley, 28 Molly O'Reilly, 29 Faye Govern, 30 Ciara Morgan. For Dublin, 16 Martha Whelan, 17 Zara Flood, 18 Marianne O'Farrell, 19 Eva Collis, 20 Sive Lynch, 21 Leah Gargan, 22 Addison Cahill, 23 Erin Brennan Conte, 24 Ellen Morgan, 25 Grace McCoy, 26 Laura Casey, 27 Shun Nicallaghan, 28 Jessica Flanagan, 29 Olivia O'Hanley, and 30 Leila Abkari. I think that is.
President of Leinster, Arthur Corrigan.
And the additional squad members for Dublin, they're not in the programme, but I'm going to give you them anyway. Anna Barnes from St Anne's, Issy Harrell from Navan Nog, Laura Midlinchy from Nafena, Maisie White from Ballantyre St John's, Moya Breilert, her I told you about from Fingal Ravens, Ruby Kenny is Clondigale Fontenoys, and Zara Quirk from St Mark's. So that's all of the players I've got to shout out, and now the players are out there meeting the president of Leinster LGFA, that is Arthur Corrigan. Now, we're nearly there. 1:58, a couple of minutes away from the start. So as I say, I will keep checking my messages on Instagram. Feel free to leave me a message there and tell me where you're watching from or anything else at all. It's Jerome Quinn 1 on Instagram or on Twitter. But Twitter these days, it's hard sometimes to even access messages there, but you can get me there if you wish. So looking forward to a cracking match here. The last time they played us at the end of February, 1 point in it. It was a close one. It was 210 to 112. That was in the opening round. And here they are now in the final on the 25th of April. More games tomorrow, of course. Double header in the minor B and C finals being played at Athy. Westmeath against Laois in the B final. Longford against Wicklow in the C. So you can go along to that. And also tomorrow in the Senior Championship, it starts tomorrow, the TG Cahir Leinster Senior Football Championship, Dublin against Meath in Summerhill. And we will be streaming that game as well. It's at 2 o'clock, so you can join us for that. And it is a paid live stream as well, so it's behind a paywall, but you can sign up to watch that. What a beautiful shot that is of all the players facing the tricolour and waiting for the anthem, and everyone in the stand here, a packed stand. You can hear all the seats rattling with the people getting to their feet.
Shantir Sheen Sharp Fosta Niall
Well, that always gets the blood racing. That always whets the appetite and gets you in the mood for the game. And it's maybe a bit more special when it's in beautiful sunshine, and when it's the Miners, and when it's the green of Meath and the blue of Dublin. These old rivals, as I say. And the referee out in the middle there, Owen O'Neill, going to get in and get in place. And the one thing he hasn't got, and no one else has out there, is a ball. And of course, he will make the signal now for that. Any chance? Can't start without that. And the fourth official is going towards the far side there. That's Kelly Cunningham, who would also be a goalkeeper with Offaly in her time, and quite recently as well. So she is the fourth official over there, and both sets of management are on that far side. So they'll all get nice suntans today. Need to have the cream on there, I would say. It's very warm. We're in the stand here, protected from that, but it is very warm. And the Meath players are all in position. But Dublin, as you see, are getting a few last words from, I imagine, their captain, Sophie McDonald, and maybe her vice-captain. That's number 10, Leisha Murta. She's from St. Maur's. Now we're ready to go. So 1 point in at the last day. And it is indeed Dublin playing from left to right. So just checking the flags on the far side. You can see them there yourself. They're sort of going maybe towards the far corner of the scoreboard, in the corner over to our left. So maybe a bit of an advantage for Meath in the first half. No changes that I can see so far. It's all 8s and 9s in the middle. And the crowd getting very excited here. Lots of family members, club members, that kind of thing. Eagerly looking forward to this. And these two teams two counties haven't got a terrific record in these minor A finals in recent years, but they're here now. Kildare have had a good run, of course, but it was Dublin who won it last year. And 3 goals in the first half from Molly Burke did that. They blew the opposition away that day, and they're trying to blow Meath away in the first minute here, but they'll not blow this Meath team away. They're a very good team, as you see already. They're sweeping up nicely at the back there, and that was Holly McCaig from Navan O'Mahony's in there to get that ball and deal with it. So Meath playing from right to left. 2026 Leinster Minor A Championship Final. Dublin won it last year and went all the way to the All-Ireland final, where they were beaten by Cork, but it was their first Leinster in 8 years. Now looking for 2 in a row. Their manager Declan Patton has been there for 2 years, so he delivered that last year and looking to repeat the success. But this is a very good Meath team, well prepared, and as you can see, the game entering that familiar pattern of games now. Dublin sitting in, and Meath just going from side to side, and not with an awful lot of pace at this stage, but trying to get in behind and maybe just seeing their way into the game at this point. We're only in the 2nd minute of the game, so a little bit of quiet in the stand here, nothing to shout about at the minute. And Ava Hanley just holding up the ball, and you see there, that's twice the ball has gone in, and it hasn't really stuck. That's probably just nerves and players just eager to get the ball into their hands and not quite just getting the first fundamental touch right. And Dublin will try and hit them on a bit of a break here. Meath trying to get players back, and Dublin trying to get forward. She goes inside the arc, and this is a point scoring opportunity, is it? And it's got through, and surely that's a free, and it is. The referee has his hand up, and it is a good block down, but it is going to be a free in. It was a good brave block from the Meath defender at the end of that, but the foul was committed there. And the effort was from Ellie Reen, and this should be the first score of the game for Dublin in the 3rd minute of the game. Right in front of the posts, plenty of height and direction, and it's Phoebe Mackin. Well, I told you, Molly Burke scored 5 frees out of her 6 points against Meath the last day, but Phoebe Mackin also got 1. She got 2 points that day, and 1 of them from her free, and there she took the first free, so she has got them on the scoreboards. Dublin 1 point, Meath no score. Jane Dagnan with a kick out, and that bounces back, and you see the firm ground that we have now. Seems almost suddenly that has happened in the last week or two, and lots of pressure here being applied from Dublin, but it's a free out. But certainly pressure on the kick out there from Dublin. She might use her goalkeeper here, get her back to her at the minute, but there's no other options, and indeed she turns. She knew she was there and available for that, and now they get possession to try and move up the field. She goes past Murta, but runs into Reen. Gets it off to Louise Byrne. And Louise has Holly McCaig and Ella McCann from Longwoods. And again there, that's just nerves, I think, there at the minute. They're just trying to settle, and the wrong ball and just a little bit close quarters and just not quite getting it right. It's a big occasion for these young girls. And they will settle and show us what they can do. But Meath just a little bit nervy at this point. Kate Hanley from the Coola Club gets it to Anya Mulligan. She's from the Erin Go Bra Club. I'll tell you about them in a minute, but let's follow to see where the ball goes. It's rain again. Dublin have definitely settled better, and they've got a free here if they need it, if the referee deems that they haven't got any advantage, and yeah, he's going to bring it back for them. So the Erin Go Bra Club is actually near Blanchardstown, or in Blanchardstown, just near, is it Mulhuddart out that way? It's near the Meath border, actually. So the Meath border not far out that way beyond Blanche. So Anya Mulligan just on the Dublin side, but very much on the Dublin side. This is Molly Burke now, and as you see, she's the left footer and puts it just inside the post. So Phoebe takes them with her right foot from the left, and Molly from the other side, and that's 2-0. 2 frees. Now, are they going to use this breeze and belt it down the pitch, or try and go short? Well, there is a short one there actually, and that's good pressure, and it was great work by Orla Keogh for Dublin, who turned that over, and they just have not allowed Meath to settle at all, and that's going to be another free in. Well, the frees are all coming from turnovers and breaks and transitions. Now they get it to Molly Burke, and she was the danger girl last year. Oh, and the keeper did very well there, Jane Dignan. Well, they got into trouble from the kick out, but she certainly redeemed herself there brilliantly. And her defence as well, because a goal then would have been a blow, and they've already made a nervy start. So that could turn out to be a big, big save by Jane from Donaghmore Ashburn. Now, can Meath raise their game a little bit now? They got off the hook there by not conceding a goal, and now maybe they can settle and just get stuck into this game and forget about the occasion. It's going to be a hop, and Anna Donnelly is there, number 13. She's a tall girl, and she'll go in with Elisa Stewart. It's all about the break though, and Louise Byrne is there for her team, and she gets advantage. That's good play by her, but again, they just need to settle and get a few passes together. They have this breeze, and they just need to take the handbrake off a little bit and go for it. But Dublin sitting in there, waiting to catch them, putting the pressure on in and around this area. And the rest of the players very patiently sitting in. This is Louise Byrne again. Just need to get a few passes together, get the ball to hand. See, it just spills again. They're just already thinking about the next thing. They're just a bit anxious. That's a better ball down into the corner, and that's well taken, and that's confidently taken as well by Caitlin Robinson from Dunshaughlin. That's better. This is exactly what Meath need now, McCann. They're just playing head up, but Dublin not letting them getting into the scoring zone so far. That's Erin Mangan trying her best from Dunboyne, same club as Vicky Wall and Emma Duggan. They get it out now to Anna Donnelly. Now, is there a chance here for a score? It's Ciara McMorrow. Not quite in the scoring zone, maybe nearly inside the D, but the sensible thing there to keep possession, and that's exactly what she did. But you see Dublin sitting in there very patiently, very organised, and doing very well at the moment to keep Meath from getting close. But Eva Hanley takes it upon herself and walks through them and could get a goal here. Oh! Brilliant from the captain. Hanley from Clonagale. Orla Lally would be proud of that one. And we were just saying that they couldn't find a way through, and all of a sudden she just walked through and got a goal, took it beautifully as well, really cool and calm, and that's exactly what our team needed. We have a game on. Real leadership from the captain. Now we're motoring. Now the crowd are getting into it. Now Louise Murtagh, the vice captain on the other side, going forward and gets it to Anya Mulligan. Mulligan, a couple of tackles, go in, no fouls on this occasion, but she takes her point beautifully. And the girl I was telling you about, who lives quite near the Meath border, out near Blanchardstown, gets the first score from play for Dublin. 8 points in it, level. But what a moment that was, that goal. Fabulous from Hanley. Unlocked the defence with one direct run. Now, what's the referee doing? He's told the goalkeeper to give him the ball out here. Now, I'm not sure what that signal is, but it's a free to Meath. I don't know if something was said there or something done. I'm not quite sure, but it's brought forward and Meath have it. And that's just come off her shin, and it's going to be a Dublin ball. Can't imagine how exciting it is for these young girls, 17, 18 years old, to be playing in front of this big crowd. And the stand here, of course, at Kinnegad is packed, and it allows for quite a noise when the ball's over this side as well. Must be terrific excitement for the girls playing in this big occasion. And yet they have to keep their cool. Kate Hanley then, and a little bit of a slip there. So it's a chance for Holly McCaig to break, and indeed she gets it and gets it back. And again, the pass a little bit forced there, a little bit risky, but they get away with it. And it's Anna Donnelly, and she's closely followed by Ellen Fitzgerald, and the referee said no foul there, even though she went to ground and is in a bit of pain there. But Dublin come away with it. Booted forward by Hanley again, and this time she does find a Dublin player, and it's Mulligan again. She's a good left foot. We've seen that already. She's through. 12 is chasing 12 and doesn't foul. She does well not to foul, but still a chance for Dublin for Merton now, if she can get onto the right foot. But again, good disciplined defending. They've made a few fouls, but they don't need to foul, and they're just surrounding her, and that's good pressure. Excellent from the Meath defence, and they'll be very pleased with that. There's the incident from earlier that, yeah, well, to be fair, I don't actually see a foul there. Referee, good call. All right, number 15 all the way back there, Robinson for Meath. And they will carry it forward. There's a lot of Meath players have dropped deep, so they will work it through the hands to try and get forwards. And Dublin, I'm looking off camera way over to my left, and they have a +1 in there. And now they're drifting their players back. And Meath with a patient approach coming forward. So it's 3 points each, and we shouldn't be surprised about that. It was close in the league game, only a point in it. There was a goal towards the end. So we've had nearly 11 minutes here, and the main thing so far has been that terrific goal. And I think you could say that there's promise here and potential here for a cracking match. It's already pretty good so far, but I think we've another couple of gears to go up. It's going to stay interesting. Now, she shaped as if she might try it from there, but she was never going to. Anna Donnelly just takes it into the corner again. And Dublin's defence well organised, but Meath are finding ways to unlock that defence. That's a great score. Very patient play, and when you have a good finisher, you've got a chance, and that was beautifully taken. And of course, they had the goal as well, so the defence of Dublin might be thinking, well, we're doing everything right, but they've just scored a terrific goal and a point against us. So that keeps them on their toes. And it's the lead again for Meath, 1-1 to 3. And it's 12 minutes nearly gone. I will be checking my messages as I said, so feel free to reach me on Instagram at Jerome Quinn 1. Be glad to hear from you. This is Kieran McMorrow, number 10, racing along that side. She's from the Trim Club. They're going to get back out here now, and I say she shapes, and this time she actually goes for the kick, but doesn't have the distance or the strength or the wind behind it either, Donnelly, and it goes tamely wide. But she wasn't afraid to have a go, and maybe thought she could do it after the one a minute ago. 1 point lead then for Meath. 12.5 gone. Meath pressing well on the kick out. They're all on their toes, but the kick goes right over them and reaches to number 8, Elise Stewart, and unlocks them. And now they're off and running with a chance here, and they give it to Mulligan. She knows she's got that nice left foot, and she turns inside her marker. She'll be going for at least a point here, or maybe more. Oh, top corner. What a super goal from Anya Mulligan from the Erin Go Brad Club. Quite near the Meath border, but she's definitely a Dublin girl today, and that was a superb goal, and credit for an assist to the goalkeeper, Aoibhinn Malone from Clanwurra. Brilliant finish. 1-3 to 1-1. Another big kick out, and the firm bounce takes it over them all. but it's the Dublin centre half-back Sive O'Donovan from Thomas Davis, who gets it to Sophie McDonald, her captain, and off she goes. And the referee has given advantage here, and they might be in for another goal. I think they are. Oh, same corner. 2 goals in a minute for Dublin. Great finishing. Super goal. And on camera there, we have Leisha Murta, and she's the vice captain. And was it her who came up on the outside there and put it in the far corner? I think it was. 2 goals for Dublin. They've turned this one around. 1 point down, and now all of a sudden, in a minute, they're 4 up. Well, they have threatened at times, Dublin. And I did tell you this game could go up a few gears, and it already has. Hanley. The Dublin Hanley to Mulligan, who's really getting into this game. Now a provider, but well blocked in there, and it was McCaig again with another block. But Mulligan causing all sorts of trouble. She's left-footed, coming from the right half forward, sort of positioned, even though she's wearing 12. And when she gets in behind, she has got a great finish on her and has scored a goal and a point. Well taken by the midfielder Somerville to take it away for Meath, who need to get the ball up the other end after conceding those 2 goals. Need to try and recover from that one. "15 minutes exactly gone." Now that crossfield ball is going to go to Mulligan, and she's been so dangerous so far. That's the wrong person to give it to. She was alert there, and then supported by Hanley. Pops it back out looking for Mulligan, but it actually goes to Keogh. Dublin finding ways, and this is Molly Burke. She goes to ground, and it is a foul. Dublin finding ways to get through, and the Meath defence rocking at the minute. Foul by Coogan right in front of the posts, and either of the free takers could take this one. I think I could take this one, but it's going to be Molly Burke, and Molly stretches it out to a 6-point lead. It only is a couple of minutes ago that I was saying it was very close, and it would remain close, but Dublin 6 ahead. Now the Meath goalkeeper Diagnan waits for the run. It comes from Hanley, but not for the first time today. It has bounced over the player going for it in the middle of the field. The firm bounce, and Dublin very quick to take advantage. This is Reen, and they're getting inside. Oh, I thought they were nearly through for another goal, but she over-carried. And a Meath player is also injured, so we'll have a pause in the proceedings. And that will help Meath, because they are rocking at the minute. There's a few water girls coming on, players taking the opportunity here to get some water on boards. And Dublin have water girls, it seems, all over the field, in all corners. No messages yet. I hope there's a good crowd there, and I hope you're watching. But as I say, feel free to send me a message on Instagram at Jerome Quinn 1. And hopefully you're enjoying scores like that and scores like this one for Meath as we recap the early stages of the game. I think that was Ella McCann, wasn't it? Number 12. Good score. But look at this. This is Mulligan. Sidestep. And then the confidence, solo off the right foot, and the finish deadly with the left. Oof, no finish. No keeper's going to stop that one. And another one on the blind side, the run off the shoulder, if you like, and same corner off the right foot, and a super goal. And those goals, the difference between the teams. Now we have a message, good to hear, from Donegal, actually. Let's follow the play, though, because Dublin might be in again. And Meath creating a lot of their own problems from their kickouts. And maybe they're better just booting it, but then when it goes up the middle, so credit to Dublin, though. They're pressing on a lot of these kickouts and getting a lot of joy and putting Meath under a lot of pressure. And Phoebe Mackin put that very high in the air, but judged it beautifully as it drops over the bar, and now there's 7 in it. So that message on Instagram, big shout out to my niece Anya Mulligan from her auntie Linda, So Mulligan for Dublin there, who has been very effective so far, has Donegal roots, and of course the manager is Declan Patton, and he's from Castlefin in Donegal. So the Donegal connection working well for Dublin so far. This is the midfielder getting away. I think it's the captain as well, Hanley. Remember her terrific goal. But it breaks down, and that's a foul by Hanley, but the referee is letting it go. Or is he? No, he's not. He's going to bring it back. So a free for Dublin, who have taken control of this game. We're now 19 minutes in. And it's 11 plays 4. The Dublin number 15, Mackin, trying to keep that in, but isn't able to do so. So it's a Meath ball, and that's their number 15, Caitlin Robinson, who is playing around the middle of the field now. They'll come forward in numbers. This is Robinson again. Meath in front of their dugout, trying to find a little bit of inspiration here. They could do with another Hanley goal, but for the moment just a point. But again, there's a spill in there, and Dublin just eat that one up, and they just are sitting in there and waiting for me to make the mistakes, and they are making the mistakes coming forward, and now they have to chase back. And the problem here is that Dublin are very good in the transition, very good ball players, very good pace, and look at the way they're passing the ball around. There's always danger when they have Meath racing towards their own goal, and they're all able to take scores. And look at that for a super point from distance. It's exactly what I was saying. They have underlined that point, and it's now an 8-point lead, and all of the forwards seem perfectly capable of taking a score from there. That's been sort of the pattern of the game so far. Meath coming forward, making mistakes, and Dublin punishing them with very good finishing and very good attacking play. 21st minute then. Free for Meath, push on the back. And they look to take it quickly, but up ahead, Dublin marking very tightly, so they need a little bit of support, and Louise Byrne provides that. And she's got support from McCann. But the quick ball in isn't on. Dublin, as I say, following their players very, very closely. So no real obvious options up ahead, and you see 3 or 4 Dublin players there also just marking space. So they need something special. They need a Hanley special. Kira McMorrow is trying something, and it breaks down again, but a foul on that occasion, so a free, but probably outside the scoring zone. So we're in the 22nd minute of this Leinster 2026 Leinster Minor A final. It's gone a little bit quiet here. The Meath fans, not much to shout about in the last 10 minutes or so. It's been all Dublin. And those 2 terrific goals. And she's just tying her lace here to get that right. And she's just inside the arc, as I say, a little bit far out, but she'll put it in and around the house maybe and see what happens in there. The Meath subs in the dugout right behind her. A good view of this one. And she does give it everything, and that's a good dig, and it might even be over. It is over. Well, certainly was inside her scoring zone. Really good finish, good free, and that's their first point from a free in the game, and they really needed that. So you get it back to 2-6 to 1-2, but sometimes a point like that can turn the game a little bit. They're pressing again, they're doing the windmill with the arms up from the kick out, but a great belt there by Aoibhinn Malone, getting great distance on it, and even maybe a little bit too much. Best compliment I can pay her is that she's a little bit like Abby Shields. The way she plays, and her kickouts are very good, and as are Abby's, even though maybe her hero is more Carla Rowe from the same club, Clanwura, up in North County Dublin. This is Niamh Somerville from Meath, trying to get him behind. Referee says play on, no foul in there, and Dublin will try again to hit Meath on the break. So dangerous, but that one spills through. And Meath maybe just going to have a little bit of domination here for a few minutes. They need to just get a few scores as well as getting their hands on the ball. This is better. Players supporting each other, doing the simple things, the basic things. And this is McKay. And she does well just to keep possession under pressure. Byrne, no need to force it. Oh, she is forcing it now. She's gone right through two players. This is brilliant. And takes on another one. That's terrific play by Louise Byrne from Ratoath, trying to create something and just force the Dublin defenders back. The kick comes in the end. Now, they did score one from there a few minutes ago, but that one drifts to the left. 24 minutes gone. 7 in it. I watch these kickouts. Meath press quite high on the kickouts, but she is capable of putting it right over the top. And with the firm bounce, it can get right over them all. So she's going to give it a good dig again, and she does. And it's a really good one. It's an accurate one because it finds Stewart, who finds Murtagh. Dublin have been able to beat that press quite easily, whereas at the other end, the kickouts for Meath have sometimes ended in a lot of pressure on themselves. This is a great run by Murtagh. She's still going. They've invited her. They say, keep going, and she does. And just lost possession at the vital moment. Oh, the ref's given a free in. Well, the ball spilled. It was on the ground, and she went down for it. So as we watch it again, let's see, the challenge goes in. So the ball's on the ground, and she comes in. Yeah, free in. Well, the chance looked like it had gone, but Burke is surely going to put this one over the bar, so they are going to get a point out of it in the end. A little bit fortunate in the end, but they get it and they'll take it, and it's an 8-point lead again. Now, I was telling you about the kickouts. This is Dignan again. Dublin not doing the windmills, but just marking very closely, following their players very closely and forcing it just to be bombed up the middle, and then it's a 50-50, and it's Dublin who get it yet again. And look, they have another run on goal. Well, she'd just take her point, will she? Oh no, she puts her hands to her head. She knew that was wide when she kicked it, but should have been another Dublin score. They've had a lot of joy from the Meath kickouts. Now, what will she try this time? She's hoping for something different, but there's not much movement, and if there is, the Dublin players following their players very closely. The short options are very close as well, but she manages to get there. Byrne, it had to be all very accurate, and it was. This is the fullback Coogan. This is better from Meath, from their kick out possession, moving forward with Hanley. Can they find, oh, that's a clever ball. She just spotted it, the number 8 Somerville, and popped it over the top. They're going right through the middle this time, and there's a run there by Doherty. But they haven't really been able to get her into the game that much, and that was terrific play by the Dublin cornerback Ellen Fitzgerald from St. Bridget's with a great block. Just as Meath tried to pull the trigger, but they're pushing again. This is great work, and they're in behind here. Now the number 4 is there again to try and stop them, but Meath knocking on the door, trying to find any little space in there, and that's a foul. At the end of it all, Dublin looked like they'd done a great job, but in the end that was just a bit of a push, just as the number 14 Mangan went to pull the trigger. And what's he given here? It's a free in. Good pressure from Meath, and they'll take their point. And that's welcome at this stage for them coming up to half time. They just need to get a little bit closer before the break. A little bit of encouragement from the Meath supporters. It was a good effort to get that score, but they're still a fair way behind. 7 points in it. Now the kick out is superb again, which she really is, and Abby Shields. Oh, and another terrific ball, and Dublin players seem to have so much space when they go forward, and they always seem to have one over, but over carrying, well, they looked like they were through again. They looked like they'd Meath on the rack again. So Meath got off the hook there, and now they have a couple of players free because Dublin had committed players to that attack, but can Meath punish them and make this a very interesting half-time? Anna Donnelly, she's going herself, a little drop of the shoulder and a little dummy, and she's through. She's on her left foot. Oh, and she goes straight at the keeper. It might still end up there. It's going to be a free in. She dived on the ball to get it back from the goalkeeper, Malone. Was trying to get it in the net, you can see. And from that left foot, on that left side, I was thinking maybe there was a goal on. But she was fouled coming in. So it's they now who get the chance to get a score after it looked like it might have gone. Now she is obviously hurt there, and there'll be a little bit of treatment for her. So there's going to be 2 or 3 minutes added on at the end of this half. We're now in the 29th minute. But this should be another point for me to get it back to a 6-point game. And they'll take anything they can get at the minute. So a little bit of a pause in the proceedings here. Water being brought on to all the players all over the field as well. It's a hot, hot day and tough conditions for the players. And they've been up and down, expending a lot of energy. So they need to get the water on board. So a welcome rest, even though we are coming up to half time. They'll get a good rest there anyway. More importantly, from a Meath point of view, they're going to get a score here. They bring it back to 13-7. And indeed, Mangan delivers. Aaron from St. Peter's, Dunboyne. The scoreboard clock says 27, just coming up to 28 minutes. We have it 29:20, so we're a minute and 20 ahead. I think we're maybe quite accurate on that one. Maybe I'm not quite sure of the one on the ground, but we'll go with ours. So we make it 30 seconds. And again, Dublin doing so well off their own kick out, and they immediately transferred it really accurately and fast and creatively, and they always seem to have a run on Meath, and there always seems to be a score on at least a point, but it's a free out. And it didn't quite catch the referee's signal there. It didn't seem to be an over-carrying signal. Maybe it was the pass, was it? Or maybe it was something there. Was it the way she handled the ball just before that pass? I'm not quite sure. Maybe it went out of her hand or something. And that was some sort of foul. But anyway, it's, again, a little bit of a let-off for Meath. Maybe over-carrying, because she dummied the pass, and maybe that needed to be released, or a solo or something. So maybe it was as simple as that. Anyway, Dublin come again. We're now on added time by our clock. And this is Mackin. Mackin going straight at them. She's still going. There's a goal on here, and surely she was fouled. Referee, did he give advantage, or is he blown? He looks to be given a penalty. He's coming in. Maybe he'd already blown his whistle, and indeed he has given a penalty to Dublin. And I don't think there's any doubt about that as we watch it again. Brilliant run, taking them all on, and yeah, pretty obvious hand. At least fouled by one player, maybe two, and Phoebe Mackin has a chance now. She scored 2 points against Meath the last time they met. This could be a crucial moment in this game. This could be a crucial moment in this game, right at the end of the first half. It's Phoebe Mackin from Clanwera against Jane Dignan from Donegal. Ashburn sends her the wrong way. And it gives Dublin a huge lead going in at half-time as well in this Leinster Minor A final. Sent the keeper the wrong way. And it's a 9-point lead. It's a lot for me to try and get back. It's a big ask. And with Dublin again winning on their kickouts. Well, Dublin's percentage win rate on the kickouts at both ends have been impressive and key to their big lead. 3-7, 16 plays 7. Now in minor games, you can get a few goals and it can change quickly. But Dublin in a great position. And that was Ora Keogh from St. Jude's following back there and just getting a hand in. But Meath retain possession with Byrne. She's been very good for them, but she needs support. Can they get something right at the end of this half? Dublin always looked the more likely. They have been so good in the transitions, whereas Meath's transitions have been a little bit slower and more laboured, and they haven't found ways through as easily. But every time that Dublin go forward, they seem like they're going to score. Now, if our camera comes over, you'll see, look at this. Never mind the Dublin team. Look at the Dublin subs all coming in. Such a big panel they have, and they're all smiling and enjoying the supporters, welcoming them in at half-time. And they're smiling because they're leading by 9. The expression's very different among the Meath Meath players. understandably so. They need to get in there and they need to regroup. And amongst the team in there in the back room, you have Mary Kate Lynch, who won 2 All-Irelands with Meath at fullback as a very young girl herself. Her birthday was the day after the final in September 5th, 2021, and she's now helping this minor team, and her experience will be very important at half-time. And you see Eamon Murray going in there at half-time as well, in the orange bib on the right of the 3 men there, the man famous for taking Meath to those 2 All-Ireland successes over Dublin and Kerry, particularly the first year when they stunned the ladies Gaelic football world and Dublin, going for a 5 in a row. He's going to have to work a few more miracles at half-time today, because his minor team are 9 behind. They only lost by 1 in the previous game against Dublin at the end of February, but today they find themselves well behind. The referee grabbing some water. It's tough out there for the officials as well, for Owen and for Kelly and everyone else there. And that's it. It's half-time. We will be back with the second half shortly. The officials are out, the president is out, but the teams have not reappeared yet for the second half. So we're waiting for them just below us. They'll come out of the tunnel and they will come storming out onto the pitch. The gate is open and ready for them. In this 2026 Leinster Minor Championship A final, Dublin against Meath. And here come Dublin now, led by Sophie McDonald. And a round of applause for the team after that terrific first half performance, giving them a 9-point lead. They are, of course, the defending Leinster A champions, so going for a 2 in a row. And before that, they hadn't won it since 2018. And now, under Declan Patton, they are going for back-to-back, and they're in a great position to do that. We're now waiting for Meath, and they won it in 2019. And I'm told that at half-time there was quite a talking to from one of their backroom team. So maybe it worked and maybe they need exactly that again. So maybe that's why they're not quite out yet. Maybe on their way behind us now. I'm looking for the look on people's faces to see. And there's a couple of officials coming out. There's the manager. Now the players. Well, they're just walking out very calmly. Maybe that says something about the body language. Maybe not, but either way, they are out now for the second half, and they need a huge effort if they are going to turn this one around. Can be done at minor level. And I see Eamon Murray talking to the officials there, and there's definitely a change at half-time for Meath. At least one, and we'll be given that, or maybe I'll spot it here. Yeah, I can see a 20, is it 26 or 28? That's hard to see. At left corner forward. Here we go.
Leah Gargan replaces number 13, Ola Kill. Substitution on the Meath team. Isabel Delaney replaces number 12, Ella McCann.
Right, so we got one of them. 26, Isabel Delaney from Oldcastle is in for Ella McCann at number 12. The other one didn't get it, actually. I couldn't pick it out, but possibly it was 30, Ciara Morgan. Anyway, we'll see when the game starts here in the next 20 seconds or so. We're just waiting for the Meath backroom team to get over to the far sideline. So Meath having to make changes at half-time. One at corner forward. And I'm trying to see what... Oh, maybe that's a change. No, it's number 10. That's okay. No, I can't see the other one just yet. But here we go now. Owen O'Neill get us underway in the second half. 8s and 9s again in the middle, and Dublin won it in the first half from the hop, and they've got it again. Oh no, they haven't. That's been won back brilliantly by Somerville, but hold on, it's a free, and it's a free for Dublin. Referee right on the spot, and all the players scrapping for it there, but Dublin get the decision, and Elise Stewart will put it in there. And of course the first score will be important in this half, and if Dublin get it, they go further ahead and makes it really, really difficult for Meath. But if they can get a score and get a bit of momentum. I'm just looking at the Dublin number 7, Kiva O'Donovan, down below us here from Thomas Davis. She's on her own here, way over on this side, off camera, coming in the shot probably in the next second or two. She's got a big bandage on her right shoulder and the jersey pulled up over that shoulder. You can see the bandage very well. She's both sleeves rolled right up, and she's over on that side and on her own. But following the play now, it's Meath with Somerville trying to find a way through here, and in the end she just swings and pops over the bar rather easily, almost nonchalantly, after trying to get through there. And it was Erin Mangan, and just kicked it on a swivel and gets the first score of the second half to get it back to 8. So it's 3-7 to 1-5. Now Malone again bombs a big kick out, but this one, oh, very so unlucky for me. Just when it looked like Byrne was going to take it, it just went a little bit too far from her and was very difficult. Sleeves rolled up also for Anya Mulligan for the second half, but the ball spills away and then given away to Murtagh for Dublin. So 1-0 in the second half, but they're getting plenty of possession, and this is good confident play by her, and she'll get a free. They're very good at going around their players, aren't they? Free way out on that side. And we saw the Meath player scoring from over in that area in the first half, a little bit further out actually, but Burke could certainly put this over. But look, Hanley spotted that there was no one near there about 20 seconds ago and might get a score out of it, and that was excellent play by the girl from Kula, and she caught Meath napping there. She just saw an opportunity. I just noticed her around the middle of the field, and she ambled up along there, took the short and got an easy point. And Meath need to be more awake and aware than that. That was an easy one to give away. And there's a good interception as well by a Dublin sub who has come into the play, and that is Gargan. And she's through. Oh, there's a goal chance here right at the start of the second half. Maybe even another penalty. It's blasted over the bar and she gets the point. And it was created by the sub Gargan and finished, I think, by Reen. Looked to pull the trigger there and did, but looked like it was going to go under. And yeah, that was the change. So there was two changes. I thought there was two for Meath, but it was one for Meath and one for Dublin. So the Meath change is 21 Leah Gargan from Fingalians, and she's in the play. And she seems to be playing around the half-forward area. Well, I suppose these days, the way games are played, it looks like they're all around the half-forward area. Head up and good ball forward there. But who's going to win this battle? Excellent play by the sub who came in to win that off Kiva Brady when it looked like she wasn't going to get there, but Delaney did well for Meath, and this is Keogh. Now she's got a bit of support there, but she's also, is she fouled? She's not fouled. Referee says play on, so Somerville does exactly that. And Meath pressing to try and get a score. A point would do, but they've given it away. That was just a little bit ambitious. They forced it, and they might win it back here. They do, and this is a good time to win it. They might just get Dublin off guard a little bit when they thought they'd got it clear, and there's going to be a free in, but it's a fair distance out. McMorrow did well. She does well at running at players, as you see here, and forcing mistakes. This is her. Takes on 1, 2, 3, and the foul was maybe even before that. So just on the edge of the D. Free from Meath. She takes a step or two inside it and struck that really well, actually. Mangan, she's found her range. It's exactly what they need. We have another message on Instagram from Donegal via New York, or New York via Donegal. Best of luck to Anya Mulligan from Uncle Carl and the Campbells in New York via Donegal. So thanks for that. The Instagram account to reach there, Jerome Quinn 1, if you want to send me a message. Great kick out again, and it's reached Sophie McDonald, the captain, and Meath are really struggling to get back here. Stewart has it for Dublin. There's a goal on here. They're 2-1 down in the second half, but they've a big lead, and a goal here would finish it, and it's broken, it's blocked, and it's going to be a free out as well. Meath survive, but every time Dublin go up there, they look like they're going to score. They had a point that could have been a goal, and that could have gone anywhere, but Meath have got away with it. They still lead in this half. And that, again, like the one at the other end, overstretching and just a bit forced and too ambitious. And it's resulted in losing possession again, and it's their own downfall. Stewart pops the ball to her midfield partner, who's drifted into the left corner position. And now it's Gargan, the impact sub, because she has made an impact, and the referee says play on. And Burke does exactly that, and now she's got plenty of people around her, and the referee is given a free in. Meath trained desperately just to keep her at bay, but unable to do so. And the full forwards on both sides popping over the frees. And we are, as we were 6 minutes into the second half, 3-10, 1-6, 10-point lead. Was it 10 at half time? It must have been. Oh, the problem was there's a ball on the pitch. Everyone was going, what's wrong with that? And it was a good kick out as well, and it well worked, and a good run, and it looked like Meath had possession with Hannah Bryady, but the referee had spotted a ball, just had rolled onto the playing area. So Meath will try again, and Dignan will try again. Go to the other side. Good run, actually, and it's going to go all the way to Chloe Doherty. And Chloe Well, there's big pressure on her, and that's Mulligan getting back with a fantastic tackle for her team. Really good work rate and a good clean tackle as well to dispossess her. And Dublin showing signs that they're going to get on top here again. They're just winning battles all over the field, and Meath are making mistakes. And they're finding ways through. And there's a brilliant way through. They've got it through to Murta. And then it breaks down. It's got a bit scrappy now, but Dublin having most of the possession and playing confidently as well and getting it through to Burke. Well, last year she scored 3 goals in the first half. Might go for another one. Wasn't far away. So last year she scored a hat-trick in the first half, and that was pretty much the winning of the game in this final. And today Dublin got 3 goals in the first half. None from her, but they got 3, and that could be the winning of this game. 8 minutes in then. And it's an 11-point lead. And Meath, as I say, creating their own problems, and Dublin working so hard to stop them transitioning. That was Mackin that time, but she was penalised, and now the ball forward. Watch the bounce, watch the bounce. She does well. Mangan, and turns away. Now there's a goal opportunity here if they can take it. But Kate Madden from Kilmacud Crooks got a hand in and stopped them. So they're not going to get a goal from that, but they have got a free. It's that stage of the game I'm looking around to see is any subs getting out or being prepared, because we're down almost to the last 20, and maybe certainly from a Meath point of view they're going to need a change. And just as I say that, 2 players have gone to the middle, and this is Anna Donnelly looking for an inspirational score, and it's just gone to the left. Very unlucky. 11 points in it, and now we actually will have 2 subs. They have appeared right at the side for Meath, so they are ringing the changes, and you cannot blame them at all. Number 7 has gone off, Louise Byrne, who gave everything today. She was very good, and Ciara McMorrow as well. So they have gone off, a half forward and a half back. And let's see who the 2 subs are then. 17, Niamh Byrne is one of them from D Rangers, and the other is 25, I think that is. That would be Ellen Madlew from Gilcolm Kill. Yeah, it is. She's in. So 2 changes for Meath. Can it make a difference? Dublin get it again from the kick-out, even though there was more Meath players there. They have done well in the kick-out, sometimes by good fortune, but sometimes by very good play as well. And they might even benefit more. Oh, that ball just stealed away. Whatever way it bounced, the Meath defender was able to get in there and pick the pocket. 11 in it, 20 to go. Good, strong, determined play for Meath, and then the ball bombed in there. They want this to bounce over, and it might. Oh, it was well watched. The sub who is in there almost got it, but it was actually good defending and good recovery. I think it was Kiva Brady from St. Bridget's, same club as the manager Declan Patton. This is good, strong play by McDonnell, the captain from Naomh Miernoga, for mentioning clubs. And a chance here. Will she take her point? This is Reen. She's still going, and just make sure of a score. Scored 2 goals against Meath in the game in February, and a goal against Wexford. And there's another point to take it out to a 12-point game. 3-11-1-7. The goalkeeper's not sure what's going on there, but she's going to have to retake that. Messages on Instagram. Ellen Spratt says well done to Jane Dagnan from her friends at Ashbourne Community School. And of course there's also another player from, is it Chloe Doherty from that school as well, and of course a player in the Dublin panel, Moya Breilert, that I mentioned at the start. 3 girls from 2 different counties at the same school, Ashbourne Community School. So a big shout out to them. Possession now for Meath, and for once they've got clear, but look at the race back from Fitzgerald. Dublin work so hard in those sort of areas to get back and to turn it over when Meath think they're away. Now this is the sub who's come in, has lost possession, but is going to get a free. A little bit of a push in the back there. They're not getting through with sights on goal, but they are getting up with the odd bit of joy, but that's probably not going to be enough the way things are going at the minute. A message from Linda on Instagram. Hello to Ellen Fitzgerald, who we've just mentioned, the number 4 from St Bridget's for Dublin. So proud of you. Love from your Scottish clan in Glasgow. Linda, Gary, Haley and Rachel. Thanks for that message on Jerome Quinn 1. We have 18 to go then. Anna Donnelly to give Meath a little bit of hope. Oh, it's sliced off her boot away over to the left. She gave it a lot of power. It was a wee bit far out and just got it wrong. Bit of a breeze coming that way as well. Now the linesperson is out on the field. I'm not quite sure what that's about. He's trying to contact the referee. They're usually on some sort of, they're usually mic'd up, but he's something else that he's telling him about. He's had to go in to tell him. And I'm not sure what that is about, but there's something going over. They're pointing over at the far side towards the Meath dugout, but I don't see any activity there, unless there's something wrong with the scoreboard. Maybe they're, well, actually, do you know what? We have it 3-12-1-6, and they have it in the ground here on the scoreboard 3-11-1-7. So I think maybe they're trying to correct that. Maybe that's what it is. Excuse me. We'll go on with the play, and beautifully taken from the kick out by Kate Hanley once again. And Kate drives a lovely ball into the forwards, perfect for a forwards. And Mulligan tries to take it, but just slipped at the vital moment. Meath have a chance here because Dublin have quite a few players forward, but they need to be quick and they need to be accurate and they need to be decisive and they need to be deadly as well. They need a goal here. They're through for a goal chance at least. Is she going to take it? She drives it. Oh, there it is. She's delivered. It's a goal for Meath. Exactly what they needed and exactly what this game needed. And I think it's Mangan, the full forward. I'm just waiting to see exactly for her to turn around to confirm that. And it is indeed Erin Mangan from St Peter's Dunboyne, Emma Duggan's club, Vicky Wall's club. And they would both be happy with that kind of finish. And Dublin rolling on a couple of subs now. But that really came out of nowhere, and it's exactly what they needed. Now let's see what the scores are. We have it 3-12-2-6, and they now have it 3-12-2-6. So we were right, and they are now up to date on the one on the ground. So let's work that out. It is 21 plays 12. Still a 9-point game. Actually, I thought there was Dublin subs, but it was Dublin Mayor Iska's Water Girls coming on. And the fullback is down injured at the minute. That's Kate Madden. Just to let you know, we will be staying on at the end of the game for the presentations, player of the match, and of course the cup. Take your contenders for player of the match in a while, or now if you like. So we'll stay on for that, and you'll hear the speeches. And then tomorrow we're doing a live stream from another Meath game, the Meath Seniors in the T.G. Cahir Leinster Senior Championship. This is the goal. She did well. Good persistence, good balance, good poise, and good finish. Did say it had to be deadly, and it was. Yeah, Meath playing Kildare tomorrow at the start of the 2026 championship. And that game's on Summerhill, so we will be live streaming that one tomorrow. And you'll find the links on all of the social media platforms. Madden still getting treatment here. And I see Kelly Cunningham, the fourth official, on the far side as her flag up. So there is going to be at least one Dublin substitution. Maybe it's for Madden. Haven't seen a number. 24. 24 for Dublin.
Ellen Morgan replaces number 3, Kate Madden.
Helen Morgan from another from Niamh Marnogue, Portmarnock. And Madden hasn't gone off yet. Trying to get her to her feet now, I think. Yep. Maybe she got injured in the lead up to that goal a minute ago. Must have been then. Looks like some kind of hand or arm injury or wrist, something like that. Generous round of applause for the girls from Kinnegad Crokes, who has obviously done very well for her team today, and sad for her to have to go off. Good kick out from Malone again, bombed up the middle, and yet again Dublin do well with it. And even when it looked like they mightn't, they still get it. And they get it out to Murtagh. One of the keys of the game today has just been Dublin's ability to win those kickouts and do well under pressure. And Meath just haven't been able to cope with them. That kick out going all the way to the far side to Hanley, who's always alert. Drops the shoulder to go on the right foot. Maybe looking for another score, but good tackling by Robinson to try and get it away. But Mulligan's there. Well, you can't say Meath aren't giving everything. They're trying so hard. They're working so hard to try and get the ball back, but they just can't. Good strong play again from the substitute Gargan, going through the middle, taking on 2-3 players. She's still going. Goes to ground and gets her free as well. Well, you can see why they brought her in. She's a very forceful, energetic player that makes things happen. And the girl to benefit at the end of it all seems to be Burke by taking these frees, and she should put this one over as Meath send on another sub. 20 coming on for number 5, and we're going to have that before the free. So Sophie Foran has gone in, and Lauren, was it 20 I said? Lauren Donegan, Wolf Tones, that would be? Yeah. .48 minutes gone. No hat-trick hero this year from Burke, but she does a sensible thing and puts it over. And takes it out again to a 10-point game. And again, the Meath players caught by Dublin's work rate and getting in and getting an arm in. That time it was Gargan. And now Mackin might benefit. It's Reen, slips a lovely ball into the corner forward position, and a goal at the near post. And that should be that for Dublin. The defending champions are in a very, very strong position again. And it was Leisha Murta, again, the vice-captain. And that's a 4th goal. And we've still 11 minutes to go, but that's a huge lead. Another injury and another hold-up and more water coming on. It's like a water break during COVID. So the Instagram handle again, Jerome Quinn 1, if you want to message me in the last 10 minutes or so and tell me you're a contender for player of the match or anything that you want to say. We'll stay on, as I say, after the game for the presentation, so we'll have a bit of time there to talk and give you anything like that. Now that's going to be a free in, I think, for Dublin. And again, I know I've said this a lot, but they have done just so well under both kickouts. They go short. I think that's Reen again, who created the goal and now takes her own score. She's a classy player. Very slick in her movements and in her skills. Very natural footballer and very effective. Takes it out to a 14-point game. Now that's the Meath sub. Number 20 doing well there. It's Donegan from Wolf Tones, but Dublin inevitably get it back. And now that's not like them, they've given it away. Maybe Meath have a chance here. Robinson leaves it off, and then the ball into the full forward line. They've tried this quite a lot. That's a tricky one for the forward. That looked like a push in the back. It was a push in the back by Brady. So a chance for Meath, but very different approaches when they get forward. You know, a high ball there. You haven't seen Dublin do that at all. That has just gone astray. And that's just a little bit of anxiety, frustration, trying to force things again from Meath. And it's Dublin who will come up the pitch again, and it's Kate Hanley again, and it's the girl from Kula, and there's room here, and they've got it to Mulligan, and Mulligan can finish this one. Oh, a lovely little swivel, and driven over the bar. 15 in it, and Dublin punish Meath again. Oh, that's brilliant from Burke. And they've done that all day long, Dublin. They have broken Meath's heart by winning so many of those kickouts and forcing Meath on the back foot all the time. They have not been allowed to rest at all. And yet another score this time for Burke, and she's going to take it out to a 16-point game. And that again was all her own work. She could have relaxed, but she kept trying to get the turnover from the kick out and was alert and got her reward there. That's a good kick out. Still a lot to do. And a race for possession that she does well to get. Donnelly followed all the way by Fitzgerald. So Meath at least have possession now. Robinson. Again, they're looking for the ball that they can kick in. Somerville. I'm looking up ahead to see what the options are. And there just aren't that many. And this is the girl who was nearest the goal, and she had to come all the way out to get it. Gets it back to Somerville. They're trying to work it in. They've scored 2 goals, but they're going to need another 3 or 4 the way things are going if it's going to be a miracle. This is Hanley, who got that great goal in the first half. But they're forced to come back out again to Somerville again and try the other side. Nearly up to the 54th minute, so 7 to go in normal time. Or 53rd minute, actually, I should say. Got my miles wrong there. There's a chance here for Meath, and she just puts it over the bar. And that was Delaney, I think. But really, at this stage, only goals will do. Meath lining up one more sub. At this stage, they're just hoping somebody can go on and do something incredible, I guess. And I'm not sure what the number is. Was it about 18? Can't quite see in the sun. Oh, and Molly Burke is going off for Dublin, the full forward. And Declan Patton goes over to give her an embrace and say thank you. You put in a great shift there for the team. And she really did. So they can afford to take Molly Burke off. And that kick out has gone right up the middle. But this time Meath win it, and it's Anna Donnelly for them. Can they give themselves a little bit of hope? This is Midlou. And she's finding her way through and fouled by O'Donovan. And they have fouled quite a lot around this sort of area and stopped the runs on goal by and large.
Number 19, Eva Collin, replaces number 14, Molly Burke. Replacement on the Meath team, Lucy O'Connell, number 23, replaces number 15, Caitlin Robinson.
Right, if you didn't hear that, that was Meath's number 23 coming on, Lucy O'Connell from Donegal Ashbourne, as this kick goes over the bar. And for Dublin, I think it was 19, Eva Collis from Lucan Sarsfields who's come on. So just over 5 of normal time to go. Double scores. 4-16, 2-8, 28-14. Sun has gone in. And it's another free. Well, Dublin do get in and around, and some of their tackles are really clean, and they've dispossessed so well many times, but they also, because they play that sort of way, they also foul quite a lot as well. But either way, it stops Meath getting any momentum. But that's a good dig from distance from Anna Donnelly. That's a really good score. She's got a great left foot in her, and she's put in a terrific shift today for her team. 5 to go, and they get it back to 13. Talking about good digs on them, this goalkeeper here. She's option short, but she can also go long, and she does. Puts it up in the middle and puts it up between them, and on the break, oh, it's a foul by the Dublin player. Free for Meath. Now if they can take this quickly, maybe. And there's room over on the far side there, and it's Donnelly again. Will she be satisfied with a point? I'd say not. She goes for goal, and the goalkeeper deals with it very well. Aoibhinn Malone from Clanwara. O'Donovan gives it inside to the Dublin substitute, number 24, Ellen Morgan. O'Donovan goes again. Strong, determined play, and the referee says no foul there, and she lost possession. And Meath will try and transition here. 13 in it, only 3 or 4 of normal time to go, and there is a bit of room here actually for Meath and for Midlou. She runs into trouble and gets a free. And this is a save a minute or so ago. Donnelly had to go for it. Now here's a chance, so the goalkeeper does well to come out and meet that one. That's a couple of good interceptions in the last minute or so by Malone. Oh, that's great play. I think it's Mulligan again. I can now recognise her play, not just her number. Got out in front to win that ball when really she shouldn't have. This is Mackin. Good defending for me though, and that's going to be a free out. That was good play by Ava O'Toole. Just under 3 minutes then of normal time to go. McCaig gets it inside for Meath. McLew has made a bit of a run, but she can't get away from O'Donovan, or she's struggling to get away from O'Donovan, so they go the other side. Anna Donnelly has popped up in the right corner forward position, but she's way away from the play. But she's obviously trying to give a bit of width to the attack and maybe sneak in there for a goal. And they've created a little bit of room here. That width has worked. They've created some space here, and McLew has it now and tries to feed it through, and I thought that was a foul there actually, but no. And the referee, who's very close to it, said play on, and it breaks down, and Dublin have turned it over. Now that's good tenacious play from Meath, and they have forced a turnover, and it's Donnelly who wants to take it quickly, and the referee says go back. And a lot of those fouls haven't really worked well for Meath. They've just had to recycle and try again, and it's been very hard to break down Dublin. Somerville will try again and combines really nicely here actually, and there's a chance for at least a point, but under pressure from O'Donovan, Donegan puts it wide. The referee looks at his watch, actually says 54 minutes on the clock on the ground, but we're definitely up around 59. So about a minute to go of normal time. Message me on Jerome Quinn 1 with your contender for player of the match. I'd like to hear. That's well played by Madlew for Meath to get it to Donnelly. Madlew again is going to be involved, and she is tricky and she is direct, and she's taken them on. She's not fouled. Referee says play on. Chance here for Doherty. And gives it inside. They have to go for goal. They're trying to get us in close, but it's almost impossible. Madlew will just put it in there, and that was more hope than anything, but it doesn't come to anything. Well, for Dublin, so many good performers today, haven't they? Ellie Reen, Molly Burke, Phoebe Mackin, Anya Mulligan, Myrta, you can name them all. And in the middle of the field and then at the back, they've been so solid all over the field. So very hard to pick a player of the match. Maybe Mulligan for me, I'd have to say. But there's not much in it. So let's hear what you think. Who would be your player of the match today? Dublin making a change. Myrta, the vice captain, has just gone off. And I'll try and work out who's gone on.
On the Dublin panel, number 30, Lola Curry replaces number 10, Isha Market.
Meath come again as we go into added time, trying to get something, but it's all congested in there. It's going to be another free. So there was a sub announced there for Dublin. Didn't catch it, to be honest. I'm trying to look down to see. I can't see who went on, but maybe see in the next minute or so. But there was a change there. Now, Meath working it in close. They are going for goal. They have to. Mangan, she got one before in another foul, and she drives it over the bar, and he will give that. Actually 21 in there. It was already been in since half time for Dublin. I'm working this out and talking aloud here. That's Leah Gargan come on at half time. Number 30 is in there, so it's Leila Abkari from St Finian's, Newcastle. So maybe that, and here she is on the ball now. So she's only in, but she's doing well to get on the ball and keeps possession as well for Kate Hanley. Dublin looking to finish the job here with a score right at the end. We are now deep into added time, and that's going to be dangerous. But it might be one of those ones that dropped into the far corner of the net, but drops into the over the bar instead. And they'll take that. 62nd minute, 13 in it, 4:17, 2:10. And Dublin throwing in another sub.
Substitution on the Meath panel.
And it's a number 8, Stewart, going off.
Right.
I know that much. Can't see the number who's gone on just yet. But she's gone into the middle of the field. And we'll at least be able to say that she played in the final. Meath from the kick out.
Substitution on the Dublin panel.
It was 18 who went in, actually. Marianne O'Farrell from Trinity Gales in the play. So 29 plays 16, 63rd minute of the game. Meath still trying to get something from this. Donegan puts it in there, but Ellen Fitzgerald does well at the back. Madlou then wins it back for her team. Is there hope? Is there a chance here for Meath right at the end? She's been followed, but she's still going. And so unlucky it just drifts the wrong side of the post. And the big Dublin contingent on the far side, all of their subs, they applauded the defensive work there. So it's going to be an interesting shot at the final whistle when they all run onto the pitch. There's a lot of them in the Dublin setup there. Big panel, and even players that they couldn't get into the 30. So it's been a huge effort from the defending champions. They're going back to back in Leinster. And this is O'Farrell again who came in, and another sub, Gargan. Now in the 64th minute. Is there one more score in Dublin right at the end here? It breaks down though. And it's going to be a free in for Dublin. Now Molly Burke's not out there, but Mackin is available. And she obliges. Actually, she's not. She's going to leave it. I think to Reen. She's the left footer, so she takes Burke's place from that right-hand side. And, oh, it's off the post, and there might even be more than a point here if Mackin can get more out of it. But the Meath players desperately come to the rescue and put it out for a 45. '65th minute. Well, there were quite a few injuries and a lot of substitutions, and there's another injury now. There's a Meath player down after making a valiant attempt there to prevent a late goal. And it's the number 2, Eva O'Toole. Should be okay. And guess who's come up to take the 45? The goalkeeper. It's Aoibhinn Malone from Clanwurra, all the way up to take this. You don't often see that, certainly not at minor level, but maybe she fancies this one, and maybe a bit of a breeze behind her as well. Well, this would certainly finish off a great Dublin day with some style, but she puts it quite low in there. Well, she might get another assist. She got one in the first half. As Dublin try to get another score right at the end, it's Mackin trying to find a way through. There's no way through the wall of green. Meath saying, you might win this, but we're not giving anything easy right to the end. And indeed, Meath get it. And there's time for a quick transition, maybe. They get it to Chloe Doherty. And the referee has given permission to carry on. And he even races on ahead of the play. Fair play to Owen for his fitness at this time of the game. He's ahead of the play. But it breaks down once again. And referee Owen, no, he lets it go. We're still going to go. We're now in the 6th minute of added time. Maybe there's a chance after all for Dublin to finish it, as I was saying. 19 is Colas. Meath defending very well in the last 5 or 6 minutes to stop Dublin getting through, and they indeed have it again. The referee's going to bring that one back. It's just got a bit scrappy at the end here. '67th minute. Referee looks at the watch on his left hand once and twice and takes a whistle to his mouth, but doesn't blow. Looks at his watch again on the left hand. To say the left hand, refs have usually got watches on both arms. Double check. So maybe he's allowing Meath here to see if they can get one more score at the end, but it's great defending again from Kiva Brady for Dublin. And there it is. Dublin's day again, and it's a double for Dublin. Back-to-back Leinster Minor A championships for them. They have won this in style here today by 13 points, and look at the huge panel going out and enjoying that. They rolled on a lot of subs, and they obviously have a huge panel from all over the county who have put in a huge effort over the months, and they get the rewards in the sunshine here in Kinnegad. It's Dublin again, 2 in a row, and they won last year, I think, down in Baltinglass, with 3 first half goals being key, all from Molly Burke. Today they got 3 first half goals as well, and that was pretty much the winning of the game, and they saw it out in the second half, added a 4th goal, but full value for their victory. And after not having won it since 2018 until 2025, it's 2 in a row for the Dubs. And there really wasn't an argument after the first maybe 15 minutes. Up to then it was quite close, and a great goal by the Meath captain had given Meath some hope, but Dublin pulled away when they scored 2 goals in a minute. And from there, their work rate, their cohesion, and disciplined defensive tackling as well, and just great skills and speed and really good footballers, obviously well coached, meant that they came away with this victory. And that's Declan Patton coming into the shot there, getting a pat in the back. Declan from Donegal, from Castlefin, in his 3rd year, and he has certainly brought success back to the county at this level. After, as I say, it had been missing since 2018. He's been there after the first year. He delivered the second year, and last year they got to the All-Ireland final, beat Galway but lost to Cork, and maybe they'll hope to go well, they will hope, but maybe they will go one step further this year. So Declan Patton, and of course one of the stars, Anya Mulligan there, number 12, and the goalkeeper, she was good actually, wasn't she, Aoibhinn Malone? A lot of the kickouts very effective for her team. I don't know why he's switching the caps there. See that? He's got a different cap for the presentation than the game, I don't know. But very interesting to see Dublin back at this level, and very, very strong and building for the future with the super team. And as I say, Anya Mulligan, I was trying to make the point there about her number 12. Very good performance, certainly in the running for player of the match. And she has Donegal connections as well. We've had messages on Instagram from her auntie in Donegal, and Carl as well, who's watching, I think, in New York. And talking about Instagram, we have a few messages coming in that'll keep me going until we have the presentation, which is imminent. But I don't see anybody making too many big efforts to go over and bring them over just yet. So the Meath players are way over on the far side to the left, and Dublin are all together over to my right. So we could be waiting a few minutes for the presentation, but we will stay on for it. Elaine Campbell says Anya Mulligan for sure. I think she's talking about player of the match. I'm not biased, she's only my goddaughter. I believe you, and I do take your point. She had a super game. And of course, Carl, Uncle Carl and the Campbells in New York say Anya Mulligan gets the New York vote for player of the match. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if she wins it, but it's not my vote and it's not your vote, but we will find out shortly. There's the officials just off camera coming over to the presentation area, but we need the players to come over. And they're getting maybe a microphone ready, are they? And Arthur, the president, is down below us, but I don't see any movement from either of the county camps out there away to my left and right. As you can see in the shot, there's no one in between, so we have the cup here and we will wait. In the meantime, let's look at a few highlights from the game. Great save from the Meath goalkeeper there, trying to keep Dublin at bay. And this is a great goal by Hanley, the captain, when she strode right through them and sliced through and got a great goal. That was early on, but then Dublin's 2 goals in a minute really killed it. This is Mulligan with a point from play, and this must be another Meath score. Yeah, this was a really good score as well, a left-footed one. So this is all early on, and I think that was McCann. But here comes the 2 goals. This is Mulligan here. Watch this now. Pick this one out. There was a great Mulligan, scored a great goal in Croke Park, and Owen Mulligan from Tyrone, that one there, a super goal as well here in Kinnegad, and then another goal. This was only maybe 60 seconds later, if that, and those 2 goals put 6 in it. And from there, Dublin did not look back. Now they have sent a few officials over, one to each camp here, I can tell you, in the ground to get the players to come over as we continue to watch highlights of the game. This is Donnelly. And when you think about it, you know, the goalkeeper Malone, that save, and she made a good one in the second half, and her kickouts were terrific. This was the penalty right before half-time that really killed the contest, I think. At that stage, Meath were trying to get in with a deficit that they could maybe overturn, but that put it really out of reach, I think. That could have been a goal too. And the cheer is for the Dublin players coming over to the presentation area. And their supporters in the crowd greeting them and acknowledging their big achievement today. There they are. They're coming over. Meath, as you can see in the top left there, aren't coming over just yet. Gives me a chance to mention tomorrow's live stream. It's Meath against Kildare in the senior championship. So Mary Kate Lynch, who's here in the back room with the Meath Miners today, will be playing in that game. And that is the TG Cahir Senior Championship opening game in Summerhill at 2 o'clock. So we will be streaming that. The links are on the social media. And there's also a double header in the minors tomorrow, the B&C finals. Now, they're not being streamed, but you can go to those games. It's a double header and a thigh, and that could be a nice day out for that one. And now Meath getting a nice round of applause as well. And I can see a lot of Dublin supporters applauding them as well, and that's very much in the spirit of the game at minor level. And there's Mary Kate over on the left-hand side with a pink cap on. We'll see her tomorrow in Summerhill. That's her home club as well. And that's before she jets off and she gets a hug from Eamon Murray. And those two, of course, created history with the seniors in 2021.
I would just like to congratulate you and thank you for your huge support here today to both teams. So well done. Your positive comments and everything throughout the match were well received. So well done to you as well. So thank you. Before the main presentations, we've selected a player of the match. It's always a difficult choice. There are so many players on both teams that we could pick from. But eventually, we've agreed on it. Dublin number 12, on. Championships are never easily won, and it takes two very good teams to make to the final even. So well done. We've seen two excellent teams. So I congratulate both sets of mentors, managers, everyone involved, backroom staff, and indeed everyone who has encouraged players to get to this level. So well done to everybody, and congratulations to you on reaching the Leinster final. A huge thank you to Kinnegad and the whole team here as well for their facilities today, to have the pitch in such excellent conditions as well. Without that, we definitely wouldn't be here. So a huge thank you to everybody in Kinnegad as well. Our referee and all these team of officials today, I congratulate him and say well done to his performance as well here today. It's never very easy. No matter which decision he takes, there's one half of the crowd did not agree with it, but well done, and well done to him as well. I know you're disappointed. You've put in a huge amount of work out throughout the years. So, but still, nobody can take it from you that you reached the Leinster final. I just call on your captain there to receive your medals, please. Well done, Leinster champions. I congratulations. You've led terrific football right from the very start. You kept going to the very end. That's what's needed. And I wish you well now in the All-Ireland series. So just call on Captain Sophie, please.
I just want to say a huge thank you to the officials here today, the referees, the umpires. It was such a tough battle. Well done to Meath as well. You made it tough for us the whole game, and we played you earlier in the campaign, and I know you got you by a point, but today we got it. I want to say a huge thank you to all our management. We know how much work you do behind the scenes. We're just so grateful. You're such a great bunch. Thank you to the physios, S&C, and thank you especially to all the supporters that came out for us today.
Alright, we're out on the pitch here now and we're going to try and get Declan. He's coming over for our annual chat to Donegal man as we have the nice photograph in the background or the video of the background. Hi Declan.
Man, Jerome, how you keeping?
Quick word, it's our annual chat now.
Well, I don't know about that, Jerome.
Well, last year in the A final and you're back, it's back to back for you, so a double.
Yeah, great to win back-to-back championships, Jerome. Dublin for a long time struggled to get to A finals. We've now got 2 in a row and we've won them. And we're just delighted, and it all goes very well for the future of Dublin LGFA.
Yeah, so you've been in 3 years now. What have you done to bring them back to this level?
Well, I'm very fortunate, Jerome, that I'm surrounded by a fantastic management team. Pat Keane, Paula Jackson, Niamh McKiernan from Tyrone, Aisling Keane, Owen Lysett. We have an S&C team, and Amanda Donnelly, of course, our coach. And Amanda is the best LGFA coach in the country, Jerome.
So all that work and a great big panel of players that you have there as well.
Yeah, we have 37 on the panel altogether, Jerome, but there's a few of those players injured and so on. And
watch your back.
And of course there's a lot of players in Dublin. But make no bones about it, Jerome, all the plaudits goes to these girls today. They have been fantastically well prepared for today, and we are all just delighted that they performed at the level they performed at.
2 goals in a minute in the first half were crucial. I mean, it really sort of took you away from them.
It did, yeah. Well, there's always turning points in games, Jerome, as you know, and we were fortunate that those 2 big turning points went for us today.
I've got one thing for you to do for me. Can you maybe go and get for me one player, would you mind? And
Absolutely,
bring her back.
Absolutely.
I'm going to ask you to get me Anya Mulligan.
I will, and Anya is also
I know. That's what I was going to, that's why I'm asking. Apart from, here she, is that, or no, that's 2. That's number 2. Let's see if the Donegal man can get the girl with the Donegal roots, and he can indeed. Yeah, she's coming over. Alrighty, we'll get rid of that. No, Declan. Want the 2 of you for a minute for a Donegal moment here. So come round here, and with the cameras up there, we'll get you. So we found out on the live stream we got a message from Donegal from your aunt. We got a message from Uncle Carl and the Campbells in New York. And they were all telling us about your Donegal links, and of course they were voting for you for player of the match as well. So tell me, you have a Donegal manager. Is this all a coincidence?
No, Donegal men, everyone Donegal, from girls, boys, everything. It's just in our nature, their nature. Everything they do is just, yeah.
And what about the relatives abroad and all that? Been very, very proud of you here. It's fantastic for you, isn't it?
Yeah, my mum and dad have been telling everyone, so have sent everyone the link, everything like that. So everyone up in Donegal is cheering for me.
Does Declan give you any favouritism now?
No.
As you know, Jerome, there's a huge Donegal diaspora in Dublin, of course, that have contributed for decades to Dublin GAA, generally speaking. And Anya's a little addition to that, and she was absolutely brilliant today. Anya, you're a Leinster champion.
Yeah, first time.
Yeah, and her goal in the first half was class. I mean, my goodness, she stepped inside. I was thinking of another Mulligan, Muggsy. Remember the great goal he scored in Croke Park? She's too young. She wouldn't even been born. But the way she stepped inside and then put it in the top corner.
It was a fantastic finish, and Anya was the first game she started for us this year, and we know exactly what Anya's capable of. and we're delighted.
Sorry, hold on. You've just given me two statements that don't make sense. She must have been injured. If you know what she's capable of and it's her first game she started,
Yes.
how come?
She was carrying a few bumps and bangs, Jerome, and came in as a substitute and had a huge impact in all the games that we played. Came in from the start today and was absolutely brilliant.
All right, I'm going to let you go now, and one more word with Anya. So where is the Donegal connection? Whereabouts in Donegal, and where are they all from?
Both my parents from Letterkenny, so both unions, big unions thing. My dad's coach for my club. He's my coach since I was young, so he's all into how the Donegal play. He's all into that, and he takes everything from Declan as well. Takes in what he says, but yeah.
Yeah, so it's nice for you to have a Donegal man in there, and he's obviously a great manager for you.
Yeah, no, he's a very, very good manager. He tells us what he wants, and he doesn't. Yeah.
Can you talk me through your goal in the first half now when you got it? Because you went right through the middle, you dropped the shoulder and went past your mark.
So we made a thing like Ellie would come out to the side, so I'd loop around, get the pass, and I just said, oh, I'm just going to run for it. Did it, just ran in and then just scored. Yeah.
You didn't just score, top corner.
Yeah.
Top bins, it was a great finish, right? I'm going to ask you to do one thing for me just before you finish. Can you get me Sophie McDonald, your captain?
Yeah.
I don't know where she is now, but we'll try and grab her for a quick chat here before we finish, before we go off. So she's away looking for her, and I'll keep talking to myself there. There's one of the Dublin players there with an injury. That's the full back who's got her arm in a sling, and she had to go off, but at least they've won. She'll be happy enough. Now, will we see? Don't see her coming now, but give us a minute if you bear with us. It'd be nice to get the captain. Now, she made a short speech there, and I spoke to her last week. And there's the number 8. And she would have been number 9. Ah, she's coming. Sophie, there you go. You can go, Anya.
Oh, sorry.
I'll let you go. I want a word with Sophie. Sophie, well done. Congratulations. Can you describe these scenes with all the Dublin people here? There's blue everywhere.
It's just so great to have the support down here. The crowd really got us through it in the end. It was tough with the heat and all. The crowd supporting us really got us through it.
And it was a great game, great sunshine, lovely. I mean, after the first 10 minutes or so, you kind of took over?
Yeah, we knew we had to start strong, so we had a really good warm-up today, so we went out really hard. And I think from there, we kept building. We didn't drop it at all, so that got us over the line.
You're so good in the transition. You have great players to do that.
Yeah, we've really great runners that can keep going for the whole game, and yeah, they really got us there.
And Anya Mulligan got one of those goals. What a goal.
What a goal, yeah. She's just great. She's so fast. She's such a good player and composed on the ball. She's really good.
She deserved player of the match, but who else would have been in the running, do you think, today?
I think the defenders, a lot of them played really well. Kiva, Sive O'Donovan, her first time starting today, she did really well. And it was Orla and Anya's first time starting today. They played unreal today.
Yeah, you have such a big panel and so much talent, and yet players can come through on a day like this. I don't know how Declan manages it all.
Yeah, I don't know. They do so much work behind the scenes that we don't even see. We know how much they care about us, so it's really great that we got the win out here today.
Can you compare this with last year? Winning last year was great. It was the first time in a long time, and you were part of that panel, but what's it like today?
It's a lot. It's really cool being captain this year, and the scenes are just, the atmosphere's been great today. And yeah, we're going to go hard for the next 12 weeks to get that All-Ireland. We'll be going for it.
And what about your vice-captain? I mean, she had a great game too, and didn't she get a goal?
Yeah, she did. She's played unreal today as well. All the girls just really stepped it up in preparation for the
I'm just looking over your shoulder and they're trying to lift on you here. I don't know what that's about. That could be tricky. But yeah, fabulous scenes. Congratulations. Well done, Sophie. I'll let you go. Thank you. Well done. That's Sophie, the captain. It's Dublin's day here in the sunshine in Kinnegad. We hope you've enjoyed the live stream coverage. And as I say, we're back tomorrow from Summerhill. Hopefully another sunny day. And we'll be there for Meath against Kildare in the TG Cahir Leinster Senior Championship. But from here, it's blue everywhere, a sea of blue from left to right. It's definitely their day, champions again at minor level. We always enjoy this particular game every year. You love doing the minor games. We're doing the Ulster final next Saturday as well, and they're just a joy to watch, and just smiling faces, and everything is good about the LGFA. And even though Meath lost, they deserve a lot of credit for getting here and adding to this occasion today. But from us all then, it's goodbye. See you tomorrow.